Good morning, Clarksville diggers. This here was one of the, probably one of the main attack approaches, I think. The cavalry made on the Confederate camp. We're going back here. When I realized I lost my camera, I had found a bullet. And so we're gonna head back to the back property. And it's a rainy day today. It rained this morning. It might pick up a little bit later, so we're gonna try to get a quick hunt. And when we get there and we start finding something, I'll come back to you. Okay, we're getting to the area where the amputation hole was. It was right there. All in that area. So that's telling me the hospital tent is probably right in here. And they would just kick the limbs off. As they cut them off. Right down there is the spring, and there's always a water source, and it was probably really good back then too. But we're going to scan this area right in here. When I found a bullet, it was right up over there. I found a couple of bullets here before. But I'm gonna take my time and I'm gonna hit this area real good and slow. Okay, for the settings on the Equinox 600, I'm working sensitivity at 22. Maxing out sometimes is not always the best thing to do because it can over amplify a lot of false signals. I know about the depth that I may be working to find things. But so we got at 22. FE iron bias is set at 1. My speed is 2. 3 is great. It's great separation, but you lose depth. And 1 is great for depth, but you can be digging a lot of trash. So I try to get a little compromise and get in between. So that's about where we're at in our sensitivity. We're working about 22. And now we're fixing to start digging. Okay, I had me multiple signals, but I did pull up some kind of iron. Feels like it, but then it doesn't quite feel like iron. I don't know. Sometimes it'll bump about a 14. But I don't know what it is. We're about 6, maybe about 7, 8 inches down. Like I said, I was running my sensitivity kind of low. Actually, when I looked at it, it was 20, and I was hitting a 13 and a 14. So I went ahead and kicked my sensitivity up just a little bit. And it got a little stronger. I have no idea. I pushed the hole through. Looks like it could have been an indention right there. So I don't know. I'm sure hoping it would have been part of a barrel. But we are in this area where the field hospital was. Okay, let's keep going. Had me a good 12 and 13, and I thought, all right, bullet. Must be a continuation of the amputation hole. So here's another Confederate shoe boot eyelet. Confederate shoe boot eyelets differ from the Union. The main area where I was finding these at, I mean, a limb boot could have got tossed a little bit off to the side, or sad to say, when they left, animals would come in, and yeah, no shoe boot eyelet. Okay, another 11 and 12, and I love these signals because then I know there's something relic. Okay, right in the area, we're here where I know where the tent was. It was amputation hole over there, about 20 feet. I found another shoe boot eyelet about 15 feet from me. And over here, in some real dark soil that looks like it could have been burnt at one time, found another one. Another Confederate shoe boot eyelet. Sad moment of the Civil War. You get hit in the leg or the foot. There was no mending like today. They just cut it off. Okay, another 10, 11. About 6 inches down. I'd rather be digging bullets. Another shoe boot eyelet. My Lord. This place back here. I mean, they must have had a field day with people. Okay, if I find any more of these, I'm not going to show them. I'll just do it in the wrap up. But this area here has been plowed. This was part of a working farm, and as he would come down, there's probably a lot of this. The amputation hole is probably a whole lot bigger and spread out than I thought, and he's just spreading the eyelets everywhere. Try to find a bullet. Come on, folks. Sweet. Good 17 to 18. Shallow. See, I'm working these weeds. So I went ahead and put my sensitivity back up all the way because I'm working a little bit higher up off the ground. Bam. Got me a double blade axe head. I don't know if that could be vintage. That's a big dude. Until I can get that cleaned up and get looking at the metal and how dark it is. Yeah. It's old. Could very possibly. I mean, this is the area where the camp was. They could have been here for a little while. Had to chop some wood to get a fire, and some of that ground just a little bit below me looked like it had been, was a burn pile of some sort. I was seeing a little bit of black in that metal. Very possibly. Could have a big old axe head from the Civil War camp, the Confederate camp. Sweet. Oh God, I gotta carry that out of here. Okay guys, it's really getting cloudy. It's getting pretty windy here on the back property. But you know, successful hunt. Unfortunately, I didn't find a bullet. Found a couple of cool things, but I didn't lose my GoPro. That's always a plus, right? We're fixing to head back to the vehicle. I want to go over that. Or do I want to go up here? I don't think I've been up here. Wild tomatoes. A lot of briars. Let me drop my shovel. I made me one of these. I think I showed you before. I made one of these little clips on my belt, but it still keeps coming off. Alright. Let's try it again. Temperature's been great. It's not cold. There you go. I'm sure you don't want to be looking at the ground. If it was springtime, I'd be looking at the ground. Just never know. It's getting to be late fall. I tell you, back in 1862, the ground terrain, the level of it, is probably almost the same. Didn't have as many trees. Can you imagine? How this place looked at one time. The tents, and wagons, and horses. People trying to shoot you. What a life. Hear that bird? It's peaceful out here, folks. Now this is God's country. All right, another successful hunt. Really made it successful that I didn't lose GoPro. Yay. Well, I was working the Nox 600 with the 6-inch coil. I've really found that it gets around grass and ground cover really good. We're going to do a quick little wrap up and then I'm going to head home. A little bit of trash, and I was trying to clean this up a little bit, and there is like a big cavity in there. Still have to do some research. Still don't know. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. It's no kind of bayonet bracket. Never know. Got a ladybug clearing. I thought these ladybugs were gone for the year. Square nail. Pieces of lead. Could have been part of a jar or something. Shoe boot eyelets. These are Confederate. Clean them up, they're going to have a red tint to them. It's enough for one shoe. One shoe boot. Beginnings of another. Moved it around. It's got black metal. As I was cleaning it, it was black. So this could be period. Really could. And that was right in the area where that tent was. And where the tent, they're going to have a fire. They're going to need hot water. So never know. And no matter where you go, you're going to find a pull tab. And that's it, guys. All right. Hope you have a very merry, well, no, actually that's a happy Thanksgiving. Oh God, I'm getting ahead of myself. And a Merry Christmas. It's not far. Another hunt. Weather's starting to get a little cloudy. Gonna get home. And appreciate you coming along, Joanne. We thank you for it. And Joanne says bye. She's part of the team, whether she's here or not. So, any kind of credit, she gets it too. Y'all have a blessed day. Clarksville Diggers. We're out here and we will see you again. Peaceful, peaceful. Definitely God's country. Thank you, Lord.